RDR2's epilogue has got to be among the top best closings to a game ever. Well, minus Pronghorn Ranch. And just like in the main story, there is no shortage of missable content or hidden secrets. Today, I'll be going over just a few that players have been able to find. Obviously, one of the main contributing factors that made the epilogue less enjoyable was John's character model. But what I did like about it though was how detailed they made John. And what I mean by that is if you're being weird and have his shirt off for some odd reason, you can even notice the healed bullet scar on his shoulder from when he was shot in the final train heist. Aside from the visibly present scars, his clothes are also detailed as well. His old winter coat and pinstripe pants have patches sewn over the damage received in the prologue wolf attack. Jack isn't the precious little boy he once was.
Why are you doing this?
He's an arrogant little shit in 1907, and John decides to spend some quality time with Jack by taking him fishing. When John finds Jack outside early in the morning, he can see that the book he's reading is the same one that Hosea owned. You can find it back in his old tent or somewhere near where he sleeps. Now, I'll admit it, I'm not much of one to spend much time messing around with the journal and reading random documents and stuff, so maybe it's just on me for never noticing this before. But what I found is how John's journal keeps record of his debt and payments to the bank. The further you progress through the epilogue, then you'll be able to see how many payments John makes over time. You can even see the blueprints or plans or whatever you want to call this that John has for Beecher's Hope. There are even a few unique journal entries John will make towards meeting certain people that are different from Arthur's journal entries. One of the lesser known Easter eggs of the epilogue is at John's ranch. While everything is still under construction, you can see a strange arrangements of boards on the ground that make the number 0451. This is essentially a reference to a reference. The number 0451 appeared in System Shock and System Shock 2. It's kind of a developer inside joke from Looking Glass Studios. The company that developed the two previously named games, 0451 was the door code number to enter into the studio's offices. Since then, it's been a sort of ongoing joke many developers include in their games. Red Dead Redemption 2 is just one of many. If you keep up to date with current events in the Red Dead Redemption 2 universe, then you'll know that leading up to the finale on Mount Hagen, people will have reported catching glimpses of none other than Dutch of Van der Linde in the Tall Trees region. I bet he spent time hiding in the northern regions of Red Dead Redemption 2's world. Or maybe even up in Canada, only now coming out to find Micah, or maybe it's possible that he was there watching John like a creepo all this time. The Strawberry Shopkeeper is one of my favorite characters in the game. I think he's so awkward and just hilarious. During a short visit to his store, I heard him mention Mrs. Hobbs for the first time.
Not sure if you've met that taxidermist Mrs. Hobbs who lives near here. She's quite a character.
And in case you have no idea who that is, she's the taxidermist who gifts John the stuffed squirrel wearing his outfit. Mrs. Hobbs herself is most likely a reference to Beatrix Potter and A.A. Milne. They both wrote fiction about animals dressing up and acting like humans. Some of the more famous works of theirs being Peter Rabbit and Winnie the Pooh. The taxidermy squirrel of himself quickly became a prized possession of John's, proudly displaying it above the mantelpiece.
Took me a lot of work to earn that little guy.
Ain't that interesting?
Beauty, ain't he?
Abigail, however, doesn't appreciate the artistic value of the squirrel and is constantly hiding it from John. Every time he finds it and replaces it, she again finds a new place to go hide it. John begins to get suspicious and can confront her about it.
Have you, seen my squirrel anywhere?
No.
Strange. It was right there on the mantle.
I mean, this woman goes so far as to even hide it on the top of a mountain. She literally has nothing better to do than to hike up a mountain miles away from home to hide something that John absolutely adores. Sounds like a biatch to me. And then you'll wonder why I don't like Abigail. The new version of the original Red Dead Redemption 1 map is no doubt better looking, but it is also mostly lacking. For what it's worth, I feel like they should have just left it out completely. It feels nothing like the original. One specific change that really annoys me is how you can't even explore the top of NEKOTI Rock in Tall Trees like you could in Red Dead Redemption 1. The only way to do this in Red Dead Redemption 2 is through glitches. I'll quickly show for those who don't know how. Come to this spot exactly, hop off your horse, pull out your bottle, get drunk, and then try to get as far up that crack as you can. A rise from the drunk sleep to a hangover, and what's the best thing they say for a hangover? Just keep drinking again. Stay as close as you can to the wall because any little movement you make here, you will slip and fall and have to restart all over again. At this point, you should be able to reach the top and explore the mountain just like you could in Red Dead Redemption 1. There's lots of newly constructed buildings and such in the epilogue that were either under construction during the main story or never there at all. Some of the new places to check out in 1907 are the brand new properties for sale across the map. There are 3 specifically that I've found, one here at Boulder Glade, one near Emerald Ranch, and one out on Shepherd's Rise. John Marston is coming for that motor-mouth rat and nothing gonna stand in his way. Especially not you, ugly. After Sadie and Charles are taken out of the equation, it is up to John alone to deal with Micah's gang. At the top of the hill waiting for John are 2 jabrones led by Joe. The 3 stooges that approach John here are actually a secret callback to the 3 wolves that attack John in the prologue, showing the character development of John from the helpless, skinny, arrogant knob in 1899 to the American badass in 1911. Well, 1907 in this case. Getting a drink at the bar sometimes triggers a secret encounter where a bar patron approaches you to have a short conversation. In the Blackwater Saloon, there will be a guy that mentions Beecher's Hope. Little does he know, he's talking to the guy that owns it.
Say, you that feller who bought the land at Beecher's Hope? Oh, don't mean to pry. Rode out that way a day or 2 back. Just glad someone's doing something with it. Not easy land, I'm sure. Anyways, didn't mean to interrupt you. Best of luck with it all.
Can't believe someone finally bought that land at Beecher's Hope.
Alright folks, that's gonna do it for today. Remember, as always, if you did like this video, give it a thumbs up, it really does help. Or not, it's up to you. Leave a comment, it's America, of course, I always encourage, say whatever you want. And subscribe if you want to join the cult of Red Dead freaks to see content like this and más. Muchas gracias a todos and adios amigos!
You was here talking with that artist, wasn't you? He's always in here drunk, shooting his mouth. Vagina is art. Vagina is art. Yeah, sure, buddy. Not after 7 kids, it ain't.